How to stop shit missing in Osu. So this video might get me canceled or something because I'm gonna say the S word a lot, but screw it. So to first explain how we can stop shit missing, we need to explain what it is and how it happens. So what is shit missing? I'm gonna give a bit of an anecdote about me and shit missing, like when it usually happens for me. So I usually shit miss when I play at night because I play Osu at night primarily, and I'm usually tired at that time. But I noticed that when I'm playing at night, I shit miss a lot more because I'm a lot more tired, and that's probably because I have a lot less focus. And that's the big buzzword there, focus, for this. So I recently tried playing in the morning to experiment on what time is the best for Osu, and I noticed that I shit miss a lot less recently if I'm gonna play in the morning instead of nighttime. So I think from that anecdotal experience, I think focus has something to do with shit missing. I did a bit more thinking about this, and I realized that shit missing happens when I lose focus for a glimpse of time. So I end up missing on something that's really easy, like a 3-star jump or something in the middle of the map, maybe in the beginning of the map. So for example, I could be FCing a map, I'm in the beginning of it and I'm playing through it, and then like at 400 combo I miss at the easiest jump ever, and a lot of you guys can relate to this. It happens to all of us. But I missed it because my focus drifted at that moment. I didn't remember where my cursor was at that time because my focus drifted. So to reiterate that, shit misses happen because of small time frames in our focus where our focus basically drifts away because we either thought of something while playing the game or something distracted our focus from playing the game at that point. And that's what I noticed when I always shit miss, when I'm thinking about something else while I'm playing. Honestly, it's probably best if you just play the game brain dead. I think that might be the best idea, just brain dead. But anyways, so it seems like the solution to shit missing here is to be 100% focused in our attention to Osu, and to only think about playing the map, or just be complete brain dead, just don't even think about anything, just lock in. But how do we specifically do that? So first, I'll cover the #1 way to stop shit missing. This is an actionable step that you guys can take in immediately, and then afterwards I'm going to cover some extra immediate steps that you can take to increase your focus in Osu and honestly in life. The best way to increase focus. So let's start with a scenario. You know birds, right? You know birds, when they're pecking at seeds on the ground, they're trying to like peck that shit on the ground, right? Like trying to eat that seeds and shit, but they can do it while they're like looking around, like with their eyes like around their skulls. Like that's just how their anatomy is done. If we try to do that, like our eyes aren't even like looking at the seeds and shit, we're just like looking around the place and we're trying to eat the seeds on the ground, we're gonna miss every time. To fix that, what we got to do as human beings, we got to focus our eyes and lock into the seeds. We got to look at the seeds, and when we do that, we're most likely going to eat the seeds on the ground, assuming we're trying to pretend like birds, right? This is called vergence eye movement. It's essential when you converge both of your eyes on a single target, because we have two eyes, right? And the vision of them, if we lock them into one target, then we're gonna have like basically perfect vision and focus on it, like a higher resolution on that particular image. And what essentially we're gonna do to miss less is that we do this as circles in Osu. So I know that some people, they either like how they read circles is that they either look around the whole screen. My brother does this. He plays Osu, not that much anymore, but how he would do it is that he would just look like at the broad perspective of the screen. But how I do it, and how I think you should do it to avoid shit missing, is that you look at the individual circles. You read in each individual circle as they come up. So again, this is a bit of a reading thing, and you do it by focusing both of your eyes on the circle by circle. You play it circle by circle. So this is a different way to read maps. It is honestly a bit more exhausting to play the game this way, but it is better to get more hyper focus and attention on the map you're playing so you can FC it. So I got inspired by it ever since I saw how Utami plays the game. Like I saw like a clip of him in Roundtable, right? He's looking at each individual circle while he's playing jumps, and I know that there's a lot of drama about him, but that's how I got inspired about this strategy, and I implemented it myself, and I saw some results where I shit miss a lot less. And the only times I really shit miss is if I'm really distracted by something that happened throughout the day, or I'm playing at night and I'm not focused. This is the best way to stop shit missing in Osu. Just lock in your eyes and just hyper focus, converge your eye vision onto each individual circle, and you're gonna shit miss a lot less. You can try that for yourself to see if it works. You can comment down below if it works. All right, and then I'm gonna cover some other focus increasers besides that main method that I personally use. So before I discuss focus increasers, I gotta talk about what's responsible for focus. Mainly dopamine and epinephrine, adrenaline. These are neurotransmitters where dopamine gives you more motivation to play, also gives you pleasure, while epinephrine can give you more focus. So both of them being higher in general while you're playing Osu is usually good for being focused and playing some hard shit, because if you're gonna be FCing a map, your epinephrine is gonna go like your adrenaline, and you're gonna be like, holy crap, I'm about to go crazy mode. But honestly, that might not be a good thing as well, because you can also get really shaky and nervous. So so it's kind of good just to regulate that, but a little bit of a healthy dose for it is good enough for you can be focused enough to play the map. So now that we know what we need to increase dopamine and epinephrine during the map, dopamine giving you more motivation to play the map and to lock in, and epinephrine giving you more focus, we're going to give you some specific ways on where you can increase them. First one, as I mentioned before, is play closer to your waking time. So I noticed that my focus is pretty bad if I'm playing at night. That's how I usually play OSU, is at nighttime. So if you play closer to your waking time, naturally your epinephrine levels are going to be a lot higher in the beginning of the day. If you play closer to your waking time, you're probably going to be a lot more alert, and it's just good for your focus and attention. But a bit of a side tangent about that, it's probably better if you play OSU while you ate something, because from my experience, I did try playing in the beginning of the day, but my hunger kind of distracted me from playing the game. So you could probably eat something if you're not trying to focus on your diet and fast like I am in the morning. And then the next thing is caffeine. So caffeine gives you a bit more dopamine receptors and gives you more epinephrine. Caffeine is known to give you a lot more focus and attention on when you're doing something, gives you more motivation to do things. And speed players like to use caffeine just to go super fast. I've already covered caffeine a lot in this channel. You can watch some of those videos in the link below or on the card. Another thing is cold showers. So cold showers kind of do the same thing as caffeine in terms of dopamine and epinephrine. This is good for focus. Like if you take a cold shower, it's really going to wake you up and be more motivated to do stuff. And then the last thing is just general health stuff. I believe there's some talks about having how important a healthy gut microbiome is, and you get a good gut microbiome by having a diverse like bacteria in your gut to digest your food and shit. So you can mainly obtain that by eating a good diet with whole foods, prebiotics and fiber, probiotics for bacterial culture like kimchi, sauerkraut, yogurt, like all of that stuff is like pretty good for your gut microbiome. And I believe if you have a healthier gut microbiome, it's gonna make you think a lot more clear. Another thing is just exercise. If you do the exercise, your dopamine baselines are gonna go up, overall increased, and your cortisol and epinephrine levels probably going to be a bit more chill throughout the day. And you also want to have some good sleep, because having some good sleep is going to basically give you a huge boost. It's just going to give you a huge buff and focus on everything in your life. And then here's like a little extra tip that may or may not matter, but it is hydration. So you know when you play tourneys and you have a full bladder, you really gotta piss, right? But when you're playing the tourney like that, you notice that you usually play better and you're more locked in. This is kind of interesting, but the pressure of your bladder onto your body actually increases epinephrine signals, so you're gonna be a lot more focused, which increases your focus and attention. I wouldn't really recommend it though, because if you really gotta piss and it really distracts you from playing, then that's a bad thing. But there is like a bit of like a comfort zone in this where it's actually good if you really gotta go piss, but it increases your focus and attention. You'll probably play better in OSU. And this probably explains why I personally played better when I played tourneys where I really had to go pee. And I even remember when Rectagon, he said that you play better when you gotta go pee. And that was not a joke. I think he was like kind of saying that jokingly, but it's actually kind of true. But anyways, that's the end of this video, how to stop shit mixing in OSU. A zero cost way to support this channel is to subscribe to it, share it to a friend, and you guys can also join my Discord server in the link below. It's just my community and we do cool stuff there. And yeah, that's pretty much it. See ya.